Are you having relationship issues with your partner? Are you wanting to better your relationship, create more of a conscious relationship? Well, today I want to talk about doing that. That really, if we want to better the relationship with the other, we need to first better the relationship with ourselves. Our relationship with the other is a reflection of the capacity we have of the relationship with ourselves. So I want to get into that in a moment, and my name is Arne Pedersen from Awareness in Health, and I'm a mindfulness-based counselling hypnotherapist from Victoria, BC. I work with people online and in person, and I help them build the relationship with their inner selves, move through anxiety, self-esteem, move through blocks that keep them from really being who they really are, help people to speak their own truth and to voice themselves, to follow their goals and dreams, things like that. But I also help people to better their relationships with their partners. And it's interesting that we think, well, when something's going on in the relationship, we think, well, I need my partner to be more like this. I need them to be more like that. It's always about the other, what we think they need to change. But really, it's about us. When we make the changes within ourselves that we want within our partner, then the changes within our partner, with how we relate to them, changes. Okay, so to really look at what is it you're wanting in your relationship that you're missing. Maybe you're wanting more connection, intimacy. Maybe you're wanting to just feel heard and feel that you matter more. Maybe you want them to be more attentive and present with you or spend more time with you. So how are you with these things with yourself? Do you listen to your inner self's needs? Do you listen to your emotions, what they're trying to say? Or do you do things to numb and avoid what you're feeling? Do you follow things that keep you distracted and busy? Or do you speak your own truth? Do you speak your own mind? If you want your partner to be able to communicate with you in a loving way, do you communicate with yourself in a loving way? Or do you say things in your mind like, oh, I should have known better. That was stupid. God, what a dumb thing I just did. Listen to the self-talk in your mind. Take some time, get still. Start to put emphasis on that relationship within. And when you start building a deeper connection within yourself, you'll start to be with what you feel better. You'll start to understand yourself better. You'll become more patient with yourself, more understanding, more accepting, acknowledging what you feel on the inside, really starting to recognize who you really are. When you start to then follow that, what your inner needs are, taking care of yourself, you'll start filling yourself up more from an inner healthy place, building inner self-esteem and self-confidence, rather than expecting your partner to fill those voids within you. That's a lot of pressure to expect your partner to fill these voids within you when you can't do it yourself. You can only love your partner to the degree you love yourself. You can only listen to your partner to the degree you listen to yourself. So how much do you listen to yourself? Really, contemplate this. This makes a really big difference. All the people that I work with that are having relationship issues, that it always stems back to there's a lack in understanding of their inner self. When they're not understanding their partner, they're not able to communicate or trust or feel safe to express themselves to their partner. They feel like they're walking on eggshells, and they feel just really vulnerable and not safe. Well, if you don't feel safe with your inner self, how can you expect to feel safe with your partner? How does your partner feel safe when you're not really expressing who you truly are? When you're not listening to what you're feeling, when you're not clearing what you're feeling, when you're not taking the time to move through what you're feeling, to experience it, to allow it to be there, to process through it, when you're not allowing yourself to be present enough with your inner sense of who you are, your inner body feeling sensations, how can you expect your partner to be there for you? They're not going to feel safe, as though they're not going to be building a relationship with an authentic person if you're not listening to your inner self. Okay, if you're operating from wearing a mask, if you're worried about getting hurt, if you're trying to, fit this image so that your partner likes you, if you're trying to hold a certain standard, you're not really being who you are. You're not being authentic to your true self. If you're not expressing your true voice and feelings, what you really feel, if you're holding stuff in, if you're not really clearing what you feel, how can your partner feel safe to open up to you and feel safe when you're not being safe with yourself? You're kind of building a relationship with your partner on false pretenses of this sort of made up person, of the person that, through life has sort of learned to get used to coping and holding the expectation that others hold on you. And if you're sort of living life through that mask, trying to be seen a certain way and trying to sort of have that image and having everything all together, you're not really being authentic, are you? So how can your partner build a relationship with the true you? Then it's like you sort of gotta keep telling these lies and telling these lies another lie to make up for the other lie. Pretty soon they just build up, and it usually doesn't work out very well. But we do that with ourselves, where we're not truly expressing who we are. If we're not spending enough time to be with ourselves, how can we express who we really are? How can we express our true inner needs with confidence? So I really suggest taking the time to create an inner awareness practice, a conscious relationship with your inner self, to sit and breathe and focus on your breathing, your body sensations. Take time every day to go in and ask, what do I need today? Who am I right now? What is it I want in life? Am I following my life and purpose? Am I living my dreams? Am I truly following what matters to me in life? Or am I living my life doing things that they're for others, or out of fear of disappointing others, or fear of putting myself out there that I might not succeed, I might fail? So it's important to get clear on these things and to start writing them, to start changing them, to start listening to your inner voice, your inner needs, and building that inner sense of true self. When you start being with what you feel, and you practice sitting with your inner body sensations, you start building the practice of being aware of what you are in the inside. You start building safety and trust with who you are on the inside. You start getting clear on who you are on the inside. And you start building an understanding of what you feel means. And then pretty soon you're able to listen to what you feel, and that guides you with what to do. Then you're able to communicate in life and put yourself out there, make changes in life to start following who you really are, listening to your inner voice and communicating to your partner, your significant other, your spouse, your relationship partner, whatever you want to call it. You start to be able to communicate more authentically, and you're able to be there more present because you're not afraid of rejection anymore. You're not afraid of abandonment anymore. You're not afraid of not getting your needs met, so then you don't have to be defensive because you're clear on your own inner needs and you're able to give them to yourself. So now you're able to be more patient. You have more energy. You have more capacity to come from your heart, to really come from your heart, and to be able to listen to the partner better, listen to the other better, to be able to hold space for them of loving acceptance, because you're holding that for yourself. You're able to be with them and be more present with them, and they feel more heard. You're able to be there and hear what they have to say because you practice sitting and listening to what your body and your inner self has to say. And the more you do that and sit and do the awareness practice, the more your mind's going to pull your attention away. And keep coming back. Practice coming back into your body. When your mind pulls your attention away, notice, keep coming back. So that way you practice and you get better at being in the moment and being present with what you feel. So then with your partner, you're able to, when you get distracted and you're thinking about what to say next, or you're thinking about something else, you're able to come back to the moment, back to your partner, back to seeing them in the eyes, being there with their heart. And pretty soon you start to notice my relationship with them is really changing. They're becoming more loving. They're letting their guards down. They're opening their heart more. They're wanting to talk to me more. There's more trust and intimacy and connection. It is amazing the difference you will see when you start spending time listening to and loving and accepting yourself, creating a conscious relationship with yourself first. Then your relationship with your other will expand exponentially and start to mirror that new relationship of loving self-acceptance with yourself. So give that a go and try that. I'd really like to hear how that goes for you. Now, there are lots of other videos on my website, on my blog page, awarenessandhealth.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it, and even subscribe to my channel if you'd like. And so I'm also doing a video series, Freedom Through Mindfulness video series, really soon. You'll be seeing that fairly soon, which will really help you to better that relationship with your inner self. But until then, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful expansion in your relationships.